They intend to use.
Yo, welcome to another day of people. Can y'all please make sure y'all hit that like button and subscribe to my channel so y'all can be the first to get my content. Today we're gonna be talking about your boy Omerta5five, Foolio's driver, the one who was driving that night when Foolio got killed. So, I've been searching around and I've been looking and checking out a couple of interviews on him, and he say that night he didn't even know he was coming to the party. A lot of people was asking why Foolio dropped his location, and he was just like, shit, he ain't know. You know what I'm saying? He ain't know why he was dropping his location like that. He can't really answer that question for nobody. To me personally, I was saying the same thing. To me personally, I'm like, man, why is he dropping his location and he know he a star? He a superstar at that, you know what I mean? But at the same time, I do know, how it is when you in the hood, you drive out 3-4 hours away, you ain't thinking nobody gonna be on your ass like that. You know what I mean? You ain't thinking nobody gonna be on your heels like that. So, that's how it is in Florida, because I just come from Florida, and I was down there in Tampa, I was down there in Orlando. I ain't never go to Jacksonville or Miami when I was down there, but I know how it is, 1 minute I was in Orlando, then I go over to Clearwater, then I go back down to Tampa. So I know how it go. Tampa is like a beautiful city, especially compared to Jacksonville. So yeah, I know how it go. He kind of just wasn't on this square that night. He said that they wasn't drunk at all. You know what I mean? That night they got Julio on video. He was saying he don't even drink, this, that, and the other. And a lot of people think that he was drunk, but nah, Omerta5five say he wasn't drunk. He was smoking the vape with him and things like that, and he was asking where you get that vape from. He showed him the vape. He was like, where you get that vape from? And he like, woo, 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 just said some shit. He said they was like arguing, just fucking around though. And Julio told him, like, nigga, this is my vape. You got this out the Airbnb. He like, so you know how it be. Motherfuckers just be playing and talking shit. And he say shit. He seen the dudes, he seen them when they was like walking up, running up with the pistols when they ran out the cut. You know what I mean? And he say, shit, the first thing that came to his mind was like, shit, just pull off. Try to get motherfuckers up out of there. And I know how it is too. A lot of people saying he should have begged back. Yeah, that's true. He probably still would be alive if he would have begged back. But at the same time, you got to know and understand, if you from the streets, if you ever been shot at or anything like that, the shit can happen like this. It can happen so fast, man, to the point where you don't know what to do. You don't have no time to think. So I kind of feel the boy Omerta5five on that part, He just was trying to get out of there. And a lot of people was thinking that when he pulled off, he was trying to hit the guys that was shooting at him. You know what I mean? But I don't think that was the case. I think he was just trying to, turn that corner and get up out of there. You know what I mean? And that's just so fucked up. He was the one who was in the scene. He was the one who was actually there driving, getting shot at. So why would you want me to see this video? It don't make no sense. People, that's why I say people, man, it just don't make no sense. People these days. I mean, what kind of answer did y'all think he was gonna give y'all? You know what I mean? Once he see the video, I mean, and it's just people, man. That's why I said, that's why I named the show People, because people do some of the stupidest shit. I don't understand, man. Like I say, I'm gonna say this every show. Maybe it's something in the food, or it's the fentanyl that motherfuckers out here smoking in the weed or something like that, or it's something in the water, man. It's something in the food, or it's something in the water, or it's the fentanyl that motherfuckers out here smoking, probably eating the shit, It's that fentanyl, man. Motherfuckers ain't out here thinking. I don't know what it can be. You gotta use your brain, man. I mean, especially like, even like that night, Foolio, you know what I mean? If you ask me, honestly, I've been in that position before. I'm from Chirac, right? So I know how it be, you know what I mean? Like, after a while, you making all these diss videos and you going back and forth with a motherfucker like ATK and KTA. They going back and forth, you know, they getting shot at. He got shot in the foot. They done shot at ATK them, and you know, like, shit, y'all already know what happened. A lot of them, like 3 of them got killed, and Young Ace, he was the only one survived. You know what I mean? And it's just like, when you going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, man, you get tired of, you know, ducking and dodging, have to look over your shoulders and this, that, and the other. Because think about it, man. Just think about it, honestly. Okay, Foolio ain't stupid. He wasn't that stupid. If he was stupid, I don't mean to talk about the dead. Now, if he was stupid or look crazy or whatever, I don't mean to talk about no dead. Now, please forgive me. I'm just speaking real because I got to be real on my show, people. I got to be real. So, he was not moving right at all. Okay, I understand it's your birthday, dog. But first of all, why is you dropping your location? Why is you hanging with people you don't know? Why is you know what I mean? After y'all get kicked out the Airbnb, you steady dropping your location saying, oh man, we going up here to woo, 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 woo. Why do that? And then, why not have that blick on you? I don't understand. Why not have that blick on you? Why not even have security, man? Them 5 top reasons I would like to know. Drop in the comments and let me know what y'all think about that. I think he was just tired, man. You know, he was tired. He was ready to go. It was like pretty much like committing suicide. You know what I mean? He didn't want to do it himself. You know, he just put himself in that position. He know, man, 9 times out of 10, man. I mean, like, I think he knew 9 times out of 10, man, was going to get you. He dropped his location and he knew motherfuckers was going to pull up. Tell me what y'all think. And Omerta5five, he was saying, like, shit, you know, he got a lot of messages in his inbox and stuff like that. And a lot of the guys from KTA was saying that it wasn't his fault. You know what I mean? He just tried to get out of there. His mama said it wasn't his fault, this, that, and the other. Me personally, I don't think it was his fault either. You know, because I understand. We all understand how it be, man. You know, the shit happened so quick. You just be trying to get up out of there. You know what I mean? But I just wish, honestly, the man would have bagged back. You know what I mean? He was in I'm sure he had the rear view backing where he could just back up pretty much, or just get one of them and back up, you know what I mean, and turn, you know what I'm saying, hit that way and then bust a, you know, turn up out of there some kind of way, get up out of there some kind of way, man. But, you know, when God ready for you, man, it's just time for you to go, y'all, you know. I would love to tell the young brothers too, man, that's out here, man, that's doing this drill stuff. Man, I'm here for to just speak peace, really, man, to talk about people. Now, I'm a real dude. At the same time, I ain't here to spread no negativity, all positivity, really, man, in my channel. I'm here to just let y'all young guys know, man, if y'all at war, man, keep a blick on you. You know what I mean? Protect yourself. And honestly, try to get out of the hood. Why is y'all still in the hood? I understand y'all want to be in the hood and this, that, and the other, but now you got to get out of the hood and then come back to the hood if you that type of dude. You know what I'm saying? If that's what you want to do. You know what I mean? But me personally, I feel like, man, now that shit is like dead. Honestly, it's dead. So, like, you know, you got a crib, say for instance, you in Chicago, you got a crib out there in Indiana. You know what I mean? And you coming back and forth. And I already know, man, motherfuckers do they dirt out there in the city and then fly back to Indiana. You know what I mean? Every night. That's how it go. I was doing it myself. I ain't even gonna lie. But, you know, I say, man, y'all should use this right here, man. You know what I mean? Like, it ain't even worth it. Especially nowadays, you know, you got so many, cameras and shit like that, dog. Man, go watch my other video how I was talking about the cameras, man. You got cameras, like I say, you got cameras, man. You got Ring cameras. You got cameras on these phones. Everybody recording everything that happened, any and everything. They on FaceTime. You got cameras there. You got cameras on these cars in 4K. You see how they got caught up doing the killers that, did that to Foolio. You got cameras on that. You got cameras traffic in the traffic. You know what I mean? They see you. They can track your license plates and everything, man. That's, what? That's one reason. That's one thing I want to know about the other guy, Murphy, the one that haven't been captured yet. I want to know if all of them been captured. They got all of them on camera, right? Riding together. They got all of them on camera jumping out the car together. They got all of them on camera shooting at each other, right? I want to know why in the world don't they have this guy just the same way he entered when he exited wherever he went to? Why can't they find him? Have you ever thought about that? Why can't they find? They still ain't found this man. It's been almost a month. It's been almost a month. It's probably been a month. They still ain't found him. He's the only one they still haven't found, man. And I was watching like some interviews on YouTube too. They were saying, man, maybe he might be dead. But I don't think if he dead, you know what I mean? I don't think he suffered from a gunshot wound or nothing like that and actually went to the hospital, because we'll know about it. You know what I mean? So I think if he is dead, honestly, somebody that chopped this man up, the body up, or buried him alive or something like that. Because when you think about it, now I'm just getting into this news stuff, you know what I mean? But I do remember somebody from, I believe, KTA, they found human remains, meaning they found this guy. I forgot his name. I don't want to say no names, because like I said, I'm just getting into this. But they found his remains, which was his skull. They found out there, and a couple of bones and stuff like that. They grave diggers type dudes. You know what I mean? They don't just want to kill you, shoot you. They on some kidnapping type shit. You know what I mean? They on some kidnapping type shit and holding you, chopping you up, burying you alive and shit, that crazy shit like that, man. You know what I mean? Think about it. And I also say, if he haven't been caught, I honestly think he's dressing like a woman. A lot of people say he might got on the hood, he got to wear his hood, he might have to wear a mask all this time. I don't think he's doing that. If he is out here still in America roaming, I think, man, he probably didn't change this appearance to a like a drag queen or something, man. Probably wearing a wig, lipstick, you know what I mean? He got dresses on and all this, that, and the other. He changed his whole appearance. I know some guys that did it. I know some guys that ran up on some niggas, you know what I mean, dressed as a woman. Ran up, clean up on them, clean up on them. They didn't even know. They thinking this just a woman walking down the street, you know what I mean? And they just came out like, upped on them and did them in. I know some guys that's like that. I'm from the rack, so I definitely know how it go. And then also, I want to speak about when, after Foolio got killed, Young and Ace, he came out with this video. I think he's pretty smart than the rest of a lot of them, because he made a video. He didn't never say he was doing anything. He just mentioned it, saying mostly like, motherfuckers popped out the gangway or this, that, and the other, popped out the cut and shot the window up, the front windshield out, this, that, and the other, and you got caught moving wrong, this, that, and the other. You know what I'm saying? He was saying that in the video, and then like at the end of the video, he was like, man, motherfuckers don't want war with me, this, that, and the other. And when the video came on, they just had him smoking a cigar, jumped out the car, pulled some Don Julio in a cup and just drunk it. You know what I mean? Like, basically, I think he's doing it for clout, and I honestly think it's something smart. You know what I mean? I don't think he's tricking on himself, because he's not saying that he did it. He's not saying that they did it. His clique did it. He's not saying nobody did it. Plus, I watched the interview where he was saying that he spoke to Foolio. You know, they used to talk and stuff like that. And he told Foolio, man, just stay out the way. You know what I mean? Like, stay out the way. So I think that was cool. But at the same time, I think he was just trying to make it seem like, stay out the way, man. We on business over here. You better, like 9 times out of 10, you better stay out the way, man. Just stay out the way, dog, because we gonna get you. You know what I mean? That's how I think he was saying it, but he was saying it in a smarter way. See, he was using, it seemed like he used his mind and his brain more than a lot of them, man. You know what I mean? And, you know, like he say, man, he can't get killed by them. He not going to get killed by them because he know how to move. And I felt that, you know what I mean? You just got to know how to move no matter how tired you is. If you tired, man, you just got to sit down. You can't just be in them streets doing this if you tired, doing that, and just all in the streets and just, if you tired, man, sit down, have a seat. You know what I mean? I understand that you made songs about this, saying this, that, and the other, and I believe he might have said he did it. You know what I'm saying? He got him in videos shooting, him doing the shooting and saying he doing this, he did that, he gonna do this. You know what I mean, dog? That's the wrong way to go, dog. I believe he should have took notes off of Young and Ace. I really do. But, you know, I believe he did that just like, you know, just say for instance, like, I believe he made that video just to, you know, just to get clout and get a lot of views because I don't know. I know that video when he get out the car and smoke with the cigar, this, that, and the other, I know for a fact, man, that motherfucker got like, probably like, shit, 10 million views or more, man. I ain't even lying. I ain't been checking the stats and stuff like that. You know what I mean? But I'm sure he got at least about 10 million views on that video, dog. And I believe he just playing it smart. You know what I mean? Man, that's how you got to do, man. Don't be no dummy out here in these streets. Like I said, you can't be no dummy. You can't be no dummy. What's wrong with people? People is dumb these days. I'm not trying to talk about the dead or nothing like that, but it's a lot of people just dumb these days. I don't know. It must be something in the fentanyl. It must be something in the water. It must be something in the food. Or it must just be fentanyl or something, man. I don't know what's wrong with these people out here. Man, these people is, I don't know what to call it, dog. You know what I mean? I really don't know what to call it, man. I hope they wake up and smell the coffee, man. They need to start opening these Bibles up and read and get right with God and stuff like that, man. These the last days. I got a whole bunch of stuff to talk about. I ain't even gonna say it. This just one video. Man, I got a whole list of stuff I'm gonna go down, man. These next 5 years, dog, just, man, try to educate yourself, please. Especially you young kids, and read the Bible. Because the devil, that's how the devil works. He trying to get our kids first before he get anybody else. Because our kids is the future. You know what I mean? He can't get me. Hey, I got the Holy Spirit inside of me, dog. You know, he have got me before. The devil's a motherfucker. Don't play with him at all. You better be smart. You better study him just like he study you. Yeah, and it's just kind of crazy, too, to me. You know, he was saying, the guy, Julio, buddy, you know what I mean? He say, goddamn it, they had just met, you know, and got cool. And, you know, they started rapping. And Julio was feeling the way he rap. He like, man, damn, you cold as hell, brother. And, your boy Omerta5five, he like, you know, he wanted to quit rap at the same time. You know what I mean? And Foolio was on his ass like, nah, hell no. Boy, what you mean you want to quit? You cold as hell. Y'all don't believe me? Check one of his videos out. I'm finna show this shit. Check it out.
Bitch, I'm steady screaming gang, gang. Let my chain swing. You ain't tryna catch a hat, then nigga, you can't hang. Chop like Sosa, beat the block, that bitch so like bang, bang. SWV on they block, I make that chopper sing. Swing with vultures, then my soldiers making bullets rain, rain. I stand over, then get close up, make them feel that pain, pain. Shout out my bitch, she know I love her. Nigga, that's my main thing. Shout out creepin', shout out Katie, nigga, that's my nigga try to step on me, that boy got hit the same day. Try to jump out up that fire, them boys got hit the same way. Niggas texting, copping deuces, niggas tryna save face. My nigga, you're the almost home, I'm getting lit, I can't wait.
And last but not least, I just want to say I watched Omerta5five latest interview, and he on there just speaking on the situation. You know, I want y'all to check some of the video out. I ain't gonna play the whole video. You know, I'm just hit some of the key points of what he said in his interview, what happened that night. Check it out.
Yeah, well, Foolio just hit you up type shit and was just like...
Not even that. He didn't even know I was coming. Some shit you'll have to, you feel me? I can't really give you the mind of what Julio was thinking. Like, shit, I don't know. Like, I seen where they came from. Like,
yeah.
But shit, by the time I had looked up, shit had already got started. Shit, like...
Yeah, it just...
So my first thought, just shit, get fucked around, really. He wasn't drunk, like, he was chilling the whole night. Like, he was just on some smooth kickback shit, but
oh, yeah.
It wasn't even like no argument for real. We were playing around. I remember the whole conversation because I was smoking a vape in the front seat. This was right before this shit went down, probably like 2 minutes before this shit went down. I was smoking vape in the front seat. I had found that bit at the B&B before we left. I'm like, oh yeah, and this bitch brand new. I like came up.
Yeah.
So I was smoking that bit. He looked. He said, what kind of vape that is? I look at that bit, I tell him the flavor. He get a laugh, he like, what he said? He was like, fat juice chasing ass shit, that's my vape. Ooh, man, oh bro. But like, from the outside looking in, I was a real ass nigga. I could like truly say that, like, ain't no point, like, and then it was just like, I could just, every time I tell myself, like, I'm done with this shit, I could help Foolio, cause I've been saying that shit, like, cause I hadn't got to a point where it was just like, fuck this shit, like, before we drop, ain't I? Like, that was a point in my life where I was just like, this shit not going nowhere. You feel me? So I was finna quit.
Yeah.
Julio getting on my ass every time I talk to him. I tell his ass like straight up, like, I'm fuck this shit.
Yeah.
Going on my ass. Green ass shit, what is you talking about? Shit, for one, stay in school, for sure. Stay out of trouble, listen to y'all mamas, real shit.
And I most definitely liked the part in the interview when he was telling the kids, man, just listen to their mom, make sure they stay in school. You know what I mean? Now, that's some good stuff to say, you know. Julio was saying the same thing. Kids, y'all need to listen. For real, for real. Ain't nothing out there in them streets. If you don't want to be doing 100 years, life, lethal injection and stuff like that, don't do it, kids. Especially nowadays, today. Now, that, back in my time and before my time and stuff like that, man, it was hard to get caught for murder. Now they got cameras everywhere. I'm trying to tell y'all, don't do it, man. Go to school, educate yourself. That's what it's about now. Trust me, please trust me. I'm begging y'all, man. You know, I got some little cousins, I got little brothers. I know some cool little dudes. I always wanted to motivate, inspire, teach, educate, you know, get in a younger person's ear, man, and try to speak positivity rather than negativity in them. Always been the type to want to do something like that, man. I always feel like I use my brain, you know what I mean? I even wrote a few books. I'm an author as well. Some of y'all don't know. But yeah, man, you know, I still think this is a bad situation. The reason why I keep making these videos is because I'm following this case. It's real big, you know what I mean? And I just want to see what happens, man, with the whole thing. So I'm going to continue to follow this case and keep digging deep, you know what I mean, and see what happens. Make sure y'all hit that like button and y'all subscribe so y'all can see my content as it drop daily. I plan on dropping videos, I would say anywhere from 3 to 5 days a week. The weekends, the Sabbath day, I gotta chill out. You know what I mean? That's the Sabbath day. My face is in the Bible, man. Get y'all some Bibles and stuff like that, man. These times it's finna get wicked. Man, listen, the Antichrist is here, man, and he finna take over the world. It's a whole different story. I ain't even gonna go into that story. But at the same time, dog, don't get that chip in your head and all that type of shit. Don't get none of that, man. I'ma just keep it 1,000. And excuse my language. You know what I mean? It make me mad just thinking about it. You know what I'm saying? They saying we can't go in the store without a chip in our hand or in our head. I'm a Christian. God gonna take care of me, brother. Thank y'all. Once again, make sure y'all hit that like button and subscribe so y'all can see my content as it drop daily. 100.